Hello people, this is Mark from Courage Change Works. Guys, I hope that you are well. Guys, this is part 2 of the JADE communication system on how not to talk to a narc. Like I said to you yesterday, the JADE system is inferior to the BIF system. And yesterday I just introduced the JADE system in terms of what the little characters stand for. And I also told you that today I'm going to tell you the reasons why the JADE system is inferior to the BIF system. Now, if you've not yet seen the BIF system, do yourself a favor and go and have a look at the video. It is really good and it will make sense. And once you start employing it, you'll understand why it is better than the JADE. Likewise, if you haven't seen the JADE system part 1, where how you're not supposed to speak to a narc, do yourself a favor and go watch that one as well. I then think the clarity of those two systems will become apparent to you. So in this video, my friend, I want to talk to you on the reasons why JADE is a poor system to use when dealing with a narc. Like I've said in the previous videos, and all of them, and it doesn't matter where you go, you'll always find that the narc and people who are talking about the narc will always say the same thing, which is they need to be in control. They will twist and lie the information, they will lie about it, they will twist you up, they will manipulate, they will bully, they will do whatever they can in order to keep you gaslit. It is what it is. It's one of those things. So let's get into these reasons on why the JADE system is so poor. There are 9 points to this particular video in terms of the reasons why. So number 1, as soon as you are involved in the JADE system in communicating with a narc, the minute you step into that communication arena with a narc, they will bait you to give them more and more information. Like I said yesterday, they will get you on that loop. And for as long as you stay there, you are feeding them. You are their supply in terms of information. The more you give them, the more they have to bully and manipulate you. That's it. So get away from it, because they are trying to elicit an emotional response. So they bait you to get all of your emotions, and that is where their target is from their point of view, to manipulate and bully you. Trust me, I got to a point where I was on the verge of a nervous breakdown because she hooked my emotions, and as I go through this, you'll understand. And for you guys who are in a narc relationship, it resonates. For you who know of people in a narc relationship, go and ask them, and they will tell you, oh my word, it is true. So it's about baiting to get that emotional response out of you, so be aware. Point 2, it is about allaying the fears of abandonment, losing control, and also appearing inferior. Okay? It doesn't matter how long they postpone those feelings. As soon as they've got you, it is as if that argument elevates them. They already got an inflamed ego, but now in terms of the communication, once they start getting you, you start defending, you start justifying, you start arguing, debating things, you start explaining, and it basically elevates them, because now they feel better about themselves because they are stamping on you. That's another reason why JADE is inferior. The better place is to on the worst case scenario to be on an even kill. And then from there, if you can work your way up a little bit so you are in a better position to debate with the Narc by using the BIF system, which is where you want to be, then it gives you more control, it gives you a little bit more power, because your emotional state will be deteriorated in a matter of no time, believe me. Point 3, once you're on that loop, you're in a game. And Narcs play games all day, every day. Do not believe them for 1 minute when they say they don't play games. Life is a game for them, and they are not aware of the amount of games that they play. They will deny it. But as soon as you're in that arena, through that baiting, you've joined the game. As I said on another video, their pitch, their rules, their time, you've lost. So as soon as you start finding yourself arguing, defending, explaining yourself, you need to quit the game and then revert to the BIF system, because that is the only thing that will save you. Number 4, it's all about inflicting pain. Now, it's not a kind of pain that if you cut yourself with a knife or stab yourself with a fork, it's not that kind of pain. This is emotional pain. This is psychological pain. This is neglect on another level. It's abuse. And if they can get you there, they will. Trust me. So if they can inflict pain, it is as if they themselves get healed from the pain that they themselves are feeling deep inside. And it nearly feels like, well, if I'm hurting, I'm going to make you suffer. And if they suffer, well, God help you. And it's always about them being in a better position than you. So just be notified. It's all about pain, emotionally and psychologically. Number 5, it's about what is referred to as fog. It's about fear, obligation, guilt. And it is this, I'm going to do something, then you, the prey, might experience panic, fear, stress, anxiety, uncertainty, anything like that. And then once they got you there, then they will come up with different levels of threat where you feel obliged. And as soon as you're obliged, afterwards they will nail you, they will hammer you with guilt. They will pile it on thick and fast. In my case, it was continual threats of overdose, threats of jumping off a bridge, threats of long-term hospitalization. And then you become obliged. Well, I became obliged to comply to the demands in order to avoid that, for the sake of keeping the kids sane. And then afterwards, it was a matter of, you did nothing to help. It's your fault for me overdosing. It's your fault. Mark, it's you. In the meantime, I'm nearly having a nervous breakdown because I couldn't cope. So be aware. Fear, obligation, guilt. It's a game. Number 5, they would use this game to condition you in order for the narcissist to have their way, which of course is supreme dominance. But the word I want to focus on here is conditioning. Pavlov rings the bell. Dogs salivate because they can get the food. Eventually, they just rung the bell. Dog salivated. Conditioned response it's referred to. The Narc works exactly the same. They will press a button in your life. It doesn't matter what button it is. They will check the response. If it's not what they want, they will keep on finding buttons in your life to press till they get the one that they want. And once they know how you react when they press a particular button, they will press it all the time. And then comes fog. If you don't do this, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. Check your response. And you become conditioned, you become numb to the threats that comes in thick and fast. And then eventually it's just, you just peter out because it gets you to that place. But it's conditioning. If I can use another word, it's grooming you to become how they want you to behave, think, act, speak, all that. It's grooming. Number 7, because of all of this, it might be that they've got issues with their parents that they think they're trying to work through. So by being the same or even worse than what their parents are, they think they're dealing with these things. It's unresolved issues. It is as if they are the therapy and being the client as well as the therapist. And you are nothing but the puppet on the string that they can knock around emotionally and psychologically. What a sad place to be. Equally, what a devastating place to be. If you're the Narc, it's a sad place from a non-Narc's perspective. If you're a non-Narc, man, it is a difficult place because you are under the thumb, so to speak, and there's no escape. Believe me. Number 8, they do all of the above to keep you, the non-Narc, distracted on the important things in life, in the relationship, and what's going on in you. And it's a simple thing. It's about isolation. It's about restriction, limiting. You're only allowed to do what they allow you to do. It gives them power. It gives them control. And it's a bad, bad situation to be in. I found within a very short period of time that all my friends started to disappear. They kind of all left. So it was me on my own. And it was like too late. And I didn't even realize. And this is the kind of game the Narc will play. In terms of JADE. As soon as you enter in, these are the things that will take place. So isolate you. And whilst that's happening, it is as if the spotlight changes from you back onto them, and that's exactly what they want. So there you have it. Unless the Narc has their ways, man, my nose is itching. Unless the Narc has their way, they will entice you into the JADE system. Because there, they can keep on spinning you around. Technically, for infinity. Because then they've got you on the defensive. But now, my friend, you're aware of the JADE system in terms of what it is and why it is such a poor system. And again, I will encourage you to watch the BIF system. And that is the only way that you will break away from all this sourcing them with the stuff that they want to bully you. And you will cut everything off. You'll cage it off. You'll box it away. Effectively, you're saving yourself. So there you go, my friend. JADE and why it is a poor system to use when it comes down to communicating with a Narc. There you go. I hope you found this particular video interesting and informative. If you have, please put so in the comments. Share, subscribe, tell all your friends, tell all your family. Hit the notification bell, pick all, so every time that we upload a video, you'll be told. But for now, this is Mark from Changeworks, and I'll speak to you soon.